There was a girl called Abike who lived in a village called Ilu. Abike is a very warm and carefree girl who loves and respects everyone in her village. Abike loves dancing a lot, flexible and graceful in body movement. With her feet flicks, she danced every day. Nothing pleases her more than dancing. She will dance while doing house chores. She will dance on her way to the farm and everywhere possible. She has a good sense of rhythm and she tries new steps. In the village of Ilu, whenever there's a festival, Abike would sometimes be called to entertain the spectators. She had no competition when it comes to dancing. She hoop and turn with so much passion. Everyone can shout. A fantastic dancer, and she never wanted it to stop. Abike had a friend, Bolanle. Bolanle is also a dancer, but and for this, Bolanle was jealous of Abike. Whenever Abike danced at a festival, Bolanle would whisper in the ears of other young ladies, "What is so special about her? She's so full of herself." She had the habit of whispering comments that degrade Abike all the time. Bolanle became so jealous of Abike, she tried to be like her. Much to copy Abike, who had a very unique way of dancing, but it wasn't just working for her. As a result of all this, she hated Abike with passion. She saw a threat to herself. Abike, on the other hand, thought Bolanle really loved her. She called out on Bolanle, told off her new dance steps, and also tried to teach Bolanle her new moves. But all that made Bolanle hate even more. One day, some white men came to Iludun to witness their annual festival. The festival was all popular one. People would come from far and near to watch the festival. There would be different entertainment and competition like wrestling, dancing, singing, the likes. These white men, after watching the festival, were so impressed with the entertainment. So they had a meeting with the king proposing a scholarship for a competition. It was a dance competition. The king announced that there would be a dance competition. Anyone who wins the competition would be given scholarship to set. This made everyone happy, especially Abike. Bolanle saw how happy Abike was and she knew she didn't stand a chance if Abike would compete. Consumed by envy and resentment, she began plotting ways to make sure Abike wouldn't perform. Abike, although was nervous, she was indeed happy about the news. She had always dreamt of traveling outside their village to a big city to spread her love for dance. She always knew that dancing for her wasn't just for fun. It was in her heart and it was her life. Abike would work at dancing day and night. She would hum and dance to her own tune. She would lurk around any event happening in the village and dance to the drum sounds coming from there just to polish her dance steps. And with hard work, she grew even better. Her parents knew dancing made her happy, so they let her dance to her heart's content and wished her well. One day, Abike was conversation about the upcoming competition. Abike expressed how much she had planned for the competition and how ready she was, and that she was hopeful for best the competition. She had practiced well competition, and Bolanle said she was also fully ready. Just at home, I told her she needed to go to the farm to fetch some firewood for her mother. Bolanle woke up very early the next day. She had taken her father's animal trap and set out for Abike's father's farm. She knew where Abike's father's farm, so she went ahead to set a trap for Abike. She then covered the trap. Abike woke up and headed to her that there was a trap waiting for her in. Abike got to the farm, and as she set the trap, Abike screamed. She screamed and screamed, but no one was close enough to hear her cry. She crawled out of the farm with the trap still clawing her leg. The more she crawled, the more the trap clawed in. She got weak and couldn't move further. She cried like a baby. Time, two people who were also on their way to their farms found her suffering in pain. They carefully removed the trap from her leg and rushed her back home. Abike was in so much pain. The wound on her leg looked so bad and she bled a lot. On getting to their house, her parents saw the wound and got really scared. Her father quickly rushed out to get some herbs to stop bleeding. Mother panicked as she questioned Baba Abike if he had set any trap in the. Baba Abike answered no. After a few days of treating Abike's wound, it looked like the wound had been infected. Abike cried and cried as the competition day drew closer. Enough to dance with her leg on the competition day, but that didn't happen. She tried many times to practice, but her leg. Abike cried became the shadow of herself. Bolanle visited her and sympathized with her. Immediately she left Abike's house. She laughed to herself and mocked Abike. It was the D-Day and every dancer at Iludun was ready. Had prepared themselves. Everywhere was lively, happy, except for Abike, who was very sad. Her parents were sad too. She felt dejected. Eventually, the competition was held and Abike could not participate. After the competition, Abike became so deep in dark place. She was sad, tired, and withdrawn. She lost interest in so many things. She lost her appetite and lost some weight. Above all, she lost all hope for a better future. Baba Abike saw this and felt bad for his daughter. All his best to heal her wound, but the wound was rather getting worse. So he started thinking of another way to help Abike. He had heard about a healer in the village. Stories about this, how he had never failed in his years of practice. Baba Abike set out in search of this man and found him. He promised to heal Abike. Back at Iludun, after the competition, people waited to hear results of the competition. Decided they were not deeply impressed as they expected more from the competitors. They thought maybe because they didn't have enough to prepare for the competition, so they had to set a new date for another competition and everyone was happy. Abike in the neighboring village started getting better and she had started walking again. Gradually, she started moving her legs to dance. The healer warned her to take it slow so she doesn't hurt her healing wound. Abike started having hope again in future. Although she still felt sad for missing the competition, she was happy. As the new date of the competition drew closer, she practiced more and more and she got better by the day. She tried new few steps she created in her head. She had reasons to smile again, and her parents were so happy to see their daughter coming back to her old self. Olanle had heard about Abike's healing. Really unhappy. She knew make it to the next competition. No chance. She started thinking of a plan to make sure Abike did not make it. She thought of poison. She bought out to visit Abike. When she got there, Abike was so happy to see her. They chatted, gisted, and ate, and everything felt alright. As Bolanle was leaving, she gave Abike the fruit package she brought for her. Abike thanked her. They hugged and Bolanle left. After Bolanle left, Abike put the fruits on the mat. She couldn't root because she ate with Bolanle earlier. She was upset. The healer goat Abike saw this and tried to chase the goat away from the fruits, but the goat picked the fruit with its mouth and ran away with it. Before nightfall, the goat had died. The healer confirmed that his goat had in fact eaten poison, and he further confirmed his goat died from eating the fruit. And that left Abike eating fruits and their poison, by the gravity of the situation. Would I have died if I ate the fruit? Total confusion, disbelief. Now that about it, her father confirmed that he didn't put any trap in the farm, and she had only told Bolanle she would be at the farm that day. Abike put everything together, and it dawned on her that Bolanle was her enemy and had been her enemy all along, and that Bolanle would do anything to be rid of her. Saddened by this betrayal, she couldn't understand why Bolanle hated her so much. She thought hard about it, but it all made no sense to her. Why so much hatred? She thought to herself. The darkness of the plot against her had become too evident. She felt relieved that she hadn't consumed the poison, and disturbed by the betrayal of someone she considered a friend. At the weight of treacherous attempts against her, she chose not to wallow in it. She kept herself occupied with her practice. Later, she was needed to be at the second competition, and she started 2 days. Competition started earlier before that day, and they both agreed they would be at the competition. But then she kept practicing her moves in the neighboring. The competition was over. What left to it was the winner between them. Abike and she felt sad again. It announced red hot. Animatters will be the winner of this competition. One of the judges announced. Abike's heart jumped. She became completely shocked. Police couldn't hide her anger. They danced and danced. It was a tough competition between these three. But Abike threw in some about the judges. These moves since the beginning of the competition. She sure had a unique sense of rhythm, and she expressions elegant. At the end of the competition, especially parents, everyone cheered for her. She only deserved the scholarship. Abike, with newfound time, knew she had to confront Bolanle. Approached Bolanle, confront knowledge of her evil actions. Bolanle said Abike's boldness did everything strongly. However, wavering left Bolanle, seeing she had been caught and still angry about Abike's win. She admitted her crime, but with no remorse. A moment that unveiled the depth of her hatred and jealousy hidden behind the facade of friendship. A mix of disbelief and anger welled up inside Abike. She knew if given another chance, Bolanle would try to harm her again. Abike made her way. She recounted the that had befallen her, leaving the king visibly shocked by the story she unfolded. Once there was a girl called Abike who lived in a village called Idun. Abike is a very big girl who loves and respects everyone in her village, and everyone loves her. Abike loves dancing a lot. It was in her heart and it was her life. Abike would work at dancing day. She would hum and dance to her own tune. She would lurk around any event happening in the village and dance to the drum sounds coming from there just to polish her dance steps. And with hard work, she grew even better. Her parents knew dancing made her happy, so they let her dance to her heart's content. And one day, just few days to the competition, Abike was taking a walk with Bolanle and they had a conversation about the opposition. Abike expressed how much she had planned for the competition and how ready she was, and that she asked Bolanle if she had practiced well for the competition, and Bolanle said she was also fully ready. Just before the next day, she needed the fire. Bolanle woke up the next day. She had taken her father's animal trap and set out with Abike's father's. So she was trap for Abike. She then covered the trap with vegetables. Told her that the trap waited for her. Abike got to the farm, and as she set to start working, she stepped on the trap. Abike screamed and screamed, but no one was close enough to hear her cry. She got out of the farm with the trap still clawed into her leg. The more she clawed into her leg, she was weak and couldn't move further. She cried like a baby. This time, two people who were on their farms found her suffering in pain. They carefully removed her and rushed her back home. Abike was in so much pain. The wound on her leg looked so bad and she bled a lot. On getting to their house, her parents saw the wound and got really scared. Her father quickly rushed out to get some herbs to stop the bleeding. Her mother panicked as she questioned Baba Abike if he had set any trap in the farm. Baba Abike answered no. After a few days of treating Abike's wound, the wound did not improve in any way. It looked like the wound had been infected. Abike cried and cried as the competition day drew closer. She prayed and hoped she would heal enough to dance with her leg on the competition day. But that didn't happen. She tried many times herself. Bolanle visited her and sympathized with her. He left Abike's house. Abike. So Iludun was lovely. Everyone looked happy except for Abike, who was very sad, and her parents were sad too. She felt dejected. Eventually, Abike did not participate. After she became so depressed, she went into a very dark place. She was sad and withdrawn. She lost interest in so many. She lost her appetite and lost some weight. Abike saw this and felt really bad for his daughter. He had tried all his best to heal her wound, but the wound was rather getting worse. So he said that way. So he heard about a healer in the neighboring village. He had heard stories about this man and how he had never failed. Abike set out in search of him and found him. He carried Abike to the man, and the man promised to heal Abike. Back at Iludun, after the competition, people waited to hear results of the competition, but sadly, the white men decided they were not deeply impressed as they expected more from the competitors. So they had to set a new date for another competition and everyone was happy. Abike in the neighboring started and she had started walking again. She started moving her legs. She started having hope again in future. Although she still felt sad for missing the competition, she was happy she would use her legs again. As the new date of the competition drew closer, she practiced more and she got better day. She tried new food. She had reasons to smile again. Parents were so happy to see their daughter coming back to her old self. Bolanle had heard about her. She knew if Abike could make it to the next dance competition, she stood no chance. She started thinking of a plan to make sure Abike did not make it to the next competition. She bought fruits she knew Abike liked and set out to the neighboring village to visit Abike. When she got there, Abike was so happy to see her. They chatted and everything felt alright. As Bolanle was leaving, Abike the fruits package she brought for her. Abike thanked her, hugged and Bolanle. After Bolanle left, Abike on the mat and forgot them on the mat. She couldn't eat the fruit, but she'd eat the fruits later. The healer's goat saw the fruits. Abike saw and but the goat picked it. Before nightfall, the goat had died. And in fact, he further confirmed his goat died from eating the fruit. And that left Abike in great shock. She checked the reason. Abike raised the gravity of the situation. Would I have died if I ate the fruit? Abike had and disbelief. Now that she thought about it, her father confirmed that he didn't put any trap in the farm, and she had only the day. Abike put everything together, and it dawned on her that he would do anything to be rid of her. Saddened by this betrayal, she couldn't understand about it, but it all made no sense to her. Why so much hatred? She thought to herself. The deal against her had become too evident. She felt relief that she didn't consume the pain. Abike, although feeling the weight of treacherous attempts against her, chose not of pity. Instead, practice. Abike got fully betrayed her father. She was ready back to Iludun. He knew the day of the second to show their option that this was going to happen in one day, and the competition started. Baba Abike had told Abike about the competition earlier. Before that day, the competition but kept the neighboring village. Baba Abike, by the time they got there, the court left his competition. They left between them. An announcement about a dancer who beat dancers competitions and Abike felt of joy. She became so hopeful and positive. She quickly came forward to try her luck. Bolanle saw her and was beside her. They danced but Abike threw in some of her new dance steps, which was in this soft dance competition. She unique expressed her emotions elegantly. After the competition, for her, especially truly deserved the scholarship. With determination, knew she had to confront Bolanle. Gathering actions, Abike strongly. Abike unwavering, only seeing about Abike's win. She asked with Abike. If given chance, Bolanle would try to harm her again. Made her way. She counted malicious that had given the king victory. The king summoned Bolanle and found out Bolanle was open stories. You can share your review. Lived in a village, a warm and careful girl who loves and full in the movement. Dresses and cares and danced every day. This is more than dancing. She and everywhere possible. She has a good sense of rhythm and she tries new steps. The girl would support skills. She had no competition when it comes to dancing. She would swoop and turn with so much effort. Abike danced at a festival with the 8 other young ladies. She had great Abike all the time. Bolanle became so jealous of Abike. She was very unique, but it wasn't just for her. As she saw a competitor a threat to herself. Bolanle loved her. She would call and play, showed off her new her new even more. Their annual festival, after the popular one, from far there would be different entertainment, clean, dancing, singing, chanting, and all the likes. These white men, after watching the were so impressed with the entertainment, so they had a meeting with the king proposing a petition. It was done. The king announced that be a decision by the overseas, and the date was set. This made everyone happy, especially Abike. They saw how Abike was and she didn't stand a chance if Abike would come. She began plotting ways to make sure Abike would come. She of traveling out the big city. She always knew dancing for her wasn't just for fun. Abike would work at dancing night. She would hum to her own tune. She would lurk around any event happening in the village. Drum sounds from there, which her dance there. Her new dancing made her happy, so her wished her well. They had a conversation about the upcoming competition. Abike asked competition and how ready she was, and that she was for the best at the competition. She asked if she was just only asked what was Abike's plan for the next day. Her mother woke up very early. She had was. She then covered the farm, and as she set to start working, it was dry. The more she crawled, her leg, she weak, couldn't breathe. Also, away something, she removed the trap from her leg and rushed her back home. I told the house, the one that really harmed Abike. He feared a few days of treatment did not improve in any way. She prayed that she would transition. She learned more and became the shadow of herself. It was the day one had to except for Abike. Parents were sad to be dead. Abike was sad, tired, and withdrawn. So many things. And felt really bad for his daughter. He had tried all his best to heal her wound, but the wound was right. He had heard stories about this man and how he had never failed in his years. Baba started this found him. The man promised Abike competition. People waited to hear results of the competition, but sadly, the white men decided not to expect the preparation. They had to set a new date for another competition, and everyone was happy. Abike again her to take it slow, so she doesn't think again. Although she would use a new date of the con drew closer. And knew if Abike could make it to the next dance competition. She started a plan. She thought of poisoning Abike. What fruit she knew Abike had right. The fruit package she brought her the mat because she ate with Bolanle earlier. She was filled up and she thought she'd eat the fruit later. But they picked the fruit mouth and ran away with it. That confirmed Abike in shock. Checked the results, realizing the gap of this. Could I have died by road? To confusion and disbelief. Now that it, her father Bolan that everything had been Bolan Israel about it, but the didn't become evidence. She found this being the treacherous wife, instantly told her father to go to the place fully. The second one was ready to happen and start early for the education. But got the plan was over. What's left? It was a time she just had it. Abike about the she felt again. She was interrupted of this confusion. One of them joy. She became so hopeful and clicking right. It was a time between them. But Abike threw in the added sense of reach. She expressed her emotion. Everyone truly Abike with newfound determination, manly, confronting her with knowledge actions. Abike denied everything strongly. Based on reason when she had the first in anger, balance against us. The king the king summoned Bolanle and found out giver for. Did you enjoy your reading? Thank you. A village called a village. Full body moves. She impresses every while doing a farm everywhere. She has a good sense of rhythm. Whenever it's no question when it comes to dancing. Swoop and with and shout. Fantastic next up. Abike had a friend, Bolanle. Lost. Whenever Bolanle would whisper in the ears of other young girls, she's full of whispering unique way of dancing passion. Abike as a competitor and a threat to her. She would call to come while she shows Bolanle. Always popular one. People would come to her festival. They're watching the festival, so they had a that a competition would be given to everyone. She knew she always dreamt of traveling out the two fans. She would work at dancing day and night. She would dance to dance to jump would dance a conversation about the upcoming competition. Next day, she had stayed at house with Abike woke up and headed to the farm. But no Aloy the baby. This time led it. On getting to the saw the Abike answered no. Day already. Everyone was eventually Baba and the was wrong, and not with help. He had heard in the never as they expected more. It started getting better. It started gradually having hope as it in her I was a big and was she answered the and end Tabolanly left but the good died. The fact that Abike reality occupied with her practice. So tie bit the judges announced that him so full of quick anger new you enjoy them. One Abike would start would cloud. I was if I was good at this, days they have practiced ready. Blood into her. She found a care because their as the eventually, so many the boring village. After this, how it was actually set in position. Abike's unwavering resolve Thank you. Once I was able to reach the field, I was able to full for her. She was wives, finally, with those because we work with Bolan, practice to the really scared. A few days away, cried She went to she lost all the fish. She bought them